Season 4 of Chefs, Deliciousness, and Cocktails starts right now. Woo! Well, we made it for one more, Ron. Season 4, Bill. Glad you're here today, buddy.
Glad to be here. Thanks, Trey.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get with you in a minute about Shuck Me.
All right.
Which I do love that name.
I do too. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
No, you can't, can you? Logan's Roadhouse has got a holiday feast that we spent some time, did a video on, and we're going to show that to you later on. But it's a great deal. If you're into holiday feast, it's a pickup only type deal. And then we're going to get to that about middle of ways of the show. Dave's Hot Chicken opened up Friday in Fort Worth from California. They had the one in Dallas opened up previously, but the one in Fort Worth opened up Friday, and it was gangbusters. Yeah, they are
I bet.
Swamped over there. Hot Chicken, I tell myself, can we have another place? We can't have another place. And then 2 more open up the next week.
And they're all packed.
Yeah, they're all packed.
Yeah.
I just,
you can't go wrong with chicken.
Yeah, I know, but eventually.
And catfish.
I know, yeah.
I had to say that.
Yeah, no, that's right, though.
Right.
I didn't think, in Texas especially.
Yep.
And Hawker's opened up in Deep Ellum 2 weeks ago. We're going to be over there tonight. I'm excited to see what that concept's all about. Hops and Hens opened up last week, 2 weeks ago in Dallas. Next to the Dallas, across the street from Dallas Omni. It's a fantastic concept. It's all kinds of craft beers, and their chicken is all fresh, made in-house. All the sides are made in-house, only locally sourced ingredients. And they also, Omni has their own garden out back, and they grow a lot of their own vegetable stuff. It's really a cool concept, yeah. Their restaurant, they got awarded the best. That hotel got awarded. All their restaurants and hotel got awarded the best green facility. That's this side of Las Vegas, which is pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, next week we will not have a show because holidays. Well, we're gonna be traveling. We're going on the 10-day food trip. We're gonna go visit chefs in 3 states. So I'm excited.
That's tough.
Yeah,
that's a tough day at work.
Yeah, it is tough. All right, Bill. I say Cersei.
Curci.
That's right.
Curci.
Curci.
Yep.
See, I say.
Yeah, you've been calling me worse for 10 years now.
I know. You've been in a restaurant for 40 years.
This
40 years.
year was 40 years managing and working in restaurants.
I met you at Ruth Chris. Is that where I met you?
Yeah, it was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, isn't that a long time?
Golly, we were young. God, we look good then.
You know what, though?
We look good now.
I know, but as you get older, time flies quicker, I think.
Yeah. When you get closer to the end, you're at the clock. The clock's
that's
almost
right. I got 1 foot in the grave, but I'm trying to keep it half out.
Exactly.
Okay, I've got some questions about Shuck Me. So,
cool.
You're with Shuck Me now,
right?
And y'all, you are you're gonna be with them, I think.
This is it.
This is it.
No, this is it. I'm a partner in this, so I can't leave if I wanted to.
I'm excited about that. So,
me too.
You've got South Lake.
Right. South Lake was the original location.
Right. You got Ho Chi Town.
Yep. Broken Bow, we call it.
Yeah.
Cabin community.
Yeah. How come people call it Ho Chi Town up there?
Well, it's Idabel, Broken Bow, Ho Chi Town is 3 small towns together, but Broken Bow is kind of what they're famous for, the cabin community.
And I made a drive up there. It is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It is a whole different world.
Yeah.
People from here or people have been there have no idea what that's like.
Right.
It's like it's like you've been dropped inside a different world.
Right.
Like a fake world or something. It's neat.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So, and you're working on Austin.
Right. I ended up being down there for the last 3 months. So you caught me on a week when I didn't go there this week. So we're waiting on permits and.
Have you been staying down there that long?
Oh yeah.
Where are you located?
Every week. We're going to be about 5 minutes from Lake Travis.
Okay.
We're at 620 and FM 2222.
Okay.
It's called the 4 Points area.
Okay.
So beautiful area, 5 minutes from the lake. So we think we're going to do really well there.
Did you build a new location or did you take something?
No, we took over an existing location, 5,800 square feet.
Woo!
So it's going a lot of catfish.
How big is the one in South Lake? I went to.
It's about 5,300, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big too.
Yeah. It's a good size. Has a full bar. Both of them will have a full bar.
That's important.
We added a full bar at the Alliance location also. So.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then you're also working on Denton.
Right, and then Denton is right behind it. Denton, we're starting to paint. The carpentry's done. That was a brand new building, kind of being built for us as we go. So, but we had added a kitchen, didn't have a stick of equipment, which if you know the business right now, trying to find a cooler. And I drove to Houston 2 days ago trying to find a walk-in cooler.
Is that what you were doing down there?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
myself thought you were down there looking for a new other location.
Hell no, not yet. Slow down, slow your roll. Let's get these open first.
That's funny.
But walk-in coolers right now, you can't get them. So I found a source. I can't tell anybody what they are until I get mine.
Yeah,
and then I'll put the word out. Yeah.
So what year did Shuck Me open up?
Well, they're going on 4 years in South Lake. Just actually last week was the 4-year anniversary for South Lake.
Okay,
the original.
So I guess let's see, I went out there. When I went out there, see what? Yeah. So that was first. Was Ho Chi Town second?
Yeah, Ho Chi Town. Broken Bow was second.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Alliance just is coming up on 2 years.
Okay.
So
how was the concept conceived? How was it thought about? How had they create it?
Well, it was, Roger and Monica, they are competitive fisher people.
I didn't know
and
that.
They were just anglers of the year for the circuit that they fish.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, anglers of the year, top, scored the most points, the most fish, whatever. I'm not really a fisherman. I'm good at cooking them. I ain't good at catching them. And I'm good at drinking and not catching fish.
Yeah.
But, they wanted a place. They had that building where their original H&H Concrete construction company was. And it had been many things over the years. A general store, and they were going to do, somebody sold barbecue out of there for a while. It's there on Randall Mill, real close to South Lake Boulevard. And then somebody, somehow they got the idea to, let's do fish. We love to fish. And so they came up with that concept, and it took off. And
obviously so.
Yeah.
Work on number 5. I love the name.
Yeah. That was when I first got that call, it was somebody I had worked with 20 years ago. And he called and said, "Bosh, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in so long." And I said, "Well, gosh, what? It's been, 20 years?" And he said he had a buddy that needed help with his restaurants. And I said, "Oh, God, if I have a nickel for somebody that needs help with a restaurant."
Yeah, right.
And at the time, I was with Chef Tim Love in Fort Worth.
Yeah, I remember.
And great company. And I said, "What's it called?" And he says, "Shuck Me." And I was like, "Shuck off. You got to be kidding me. I'm not going to work for some place called Shuck Me." And but we lived in Colleyville, so I knew of that building and had driven by there, but just never had a chance to go in. And so he said, "Well, just go check it out." So I said, "All right." So I went and checked it out, and I walked in the door, and I was impressed from the beginning. The style of service, the food, it's just authenticity, I think, is when I think of that place. The family photos are covering the walls with mounted fish and memorabilia and fishing rods and everything nautical, beachside.
Authenticity. That's exactly what I thought when I first saw it. But also too, for me, a lot of businesses, a lot of people, when they go to name businesses or restaurants in general, the name does not embody what the restaurant actually does, because people either get arrogant or they want their name or some stuff. And the first time I heard Shuck Me, I knew exactly what it was, and I like the name. It's a play on Shucking Oysters, and I thought it was cool.
It's kind of clever, like my first response, is what most people. There's all kinds of little jokes you hear through the restaurant, but it's a clever name, and but more importantly, it's just a fun place. It's bright colors, and you sit in there and you think you'd look out the window and there's water.
Right. It's vibrant.
Right. So.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're teleported like you're back on the coast somewhere.
Right.
Which is a
coastal.
neat deal.
That's where the colors. Our designer Wendy, is we just met in Denton yesterday and picked colors for the walls. Well, she picked, and I just walked around and said that looks great. But she does a great job, and she's done the first restaurant, and she's back for number 4 and number 5. The same carpenters, the same team. Hopefully we'll build all of them. As we grow. For me, somebody who was never in the restaurant, not you, but them. What was their names again? Roger and Monica. Yeah.
For Roger and Monica. So most of the time, people don't have that success. They have a hard time. They flounder around. They overspend.
Yep.
Food costs too high. They sell or they go bankrupt.
Right.
So they've had great success from the first one. So obviously they were passionate about it.
Yeah,
to
very
make it
blessed. Yeah, they've been very blessed, and so hopefully we'll keep that going, and I know we will. Sales have come back pretty good from COVID.
That was going to be my next question. How did y'all do with COVID? Did y'all do? I know we talked about Broken Bow did really well.
Yeah. South Lake and Alliance shifted to the to-go model that everybody did.
Is to-go seafood hard?
Fried catfish and French fries don't travel well. No, they don't. No. But our pastas, shrimp and grits that we're going to actually take a look at today on a break, and grilled. All of our items you can get grilled or fried. So we do, cater to the health conscious, which
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have a picture of it. I tried a bunch of those out when I was there. Grilled or fried is good.
Yeah.
But fried catfish has got to be, is it one of y'all's number one sellers?
Oh, yeah.
Texas?
Catfish and shrimp baskets, that pays the bills.
How does the catfish do in Broken Bow?
Oh, it does great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, y'all's catfish was very sometimes you get catfish and it's dark and it's kind of grainy and dirty. Y'all's is very white and very fluffy.
Right.
And tastes really good.
Yeah. Well, we do farm raised, U.S. only. There's a lot of stuff coming in from China that we will not sell. We're having trouble getting sizes, so you're getting some larger sizes and cutting them down and things like that. But we have a pretty good supply. We use 5 different vendors to make sure that we're keeping the quality we're known for.
I don't think people realize how much stuff comes from China. So up in the east, where our ranch is in the east, there was a whole lot of catfish farms around there.
Right.
There's only one out of 20 I know that's left because over time, the last 10 years, everything kept going to China. Those farmers told me, I actually wanted to have one of them on the show, but he didn't want to come on the show. They told me how much cheaper it is for the Chinese to do it and ship it over here, and so they can't compete with it.
Well, if you like catfish, what they sell isn't catfish. It's called swai. And it is a version. It may be in the same family, but it doesn't taste anything like U.S. farm raised.
Big difference.
Yep.
Plus, it's got to come from over yonder. Now they have to they have to freeze it obviously before they bring it over here. So I mean,
it's been in the freezer for who knows how long.
Yeah.
So
that's not fresh.
Right.
So your whole menu, you got catfish. Can we just run through some of the stuff y'all have for Shuck Me? Is it?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, we probably got 15 or 16 appetizers just to get you started.
Yeah.
It's a very large menu, and when I came on board, we did trim it down a little bit, but everything sells.
Yeah.
And so now we look at the menu and we think, well, what could we take off and simplify it? And they're all really good sellers. So we've, but like I said, the catfish, shrimp, and baskets. But we've got frog legs. We've got gator bites. I don't know if you tried those.
No, I had not tried those.
Frog legs taste like chicken.
Yeah, but do they do well for you?
They do very well.
Do they do well as a novelty item, or do they do well as
both?
Both. Okay.
If you like frog legs, there's not many places you can get them.
Right.
So we have a lot of regulars that'll come in just for that. And then some people will, the guys or the girl that order them.
Do you think it's a stigma about the frogs and about the ribbit and about?
I don't like Kermit or something. Yeah. I don't know. His legs are tasty though.
Yeah, just like Miss Piggy's.
Right.
So you got gator bites.
Yep, gator bites.
Those popular.
Yeah, and with ours, being from Florida, I was not a gator fan.
Right.
And we brought that item on and found a gator that is like gator tenderloin. It is delicious. The right cut, and it is tender. They're bites, not the strips that like shoe leather.
Right.
Some gator.
Right.
I never really understood it.
And swampy tasting.
Yeah, gamey.
Gamey.
Exactly.
Gamey. So I had one, I swear, it just came out of the swamp somewhere. It was nasty.
Yeah, you got to try ours, though. It is really good. It's like gator. If gator had white meat, that's what we serve.
Okay.
Yeah, gator tenderloins.
So they'll sell well.
Yeah, it sells very well.
It is hard to pare a menu down if your stuff sells. A lot of stuff doesn't sell and you take it off.
I know, exactly. We did take off a low-selling item that Roger loved that we just brought back for this weekend, and I sent him a picture of it yesterday. We were sampling it up, and he said, darn, I'm going to be gone this weekend. And I said, well, you missed it. So we brought it back. It's quail and shrimp.
Oh, quail and shrimp,
yeah,
okay.
So this weekend we've got a special on quail and shrimp.
Is it the quail pops or is it quail?
Oh, no, it's the full deboned. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the splits. So
they sold a lot of quail at your last Love did, right?
Yes, we did. Yep. Lonesome Dove, I believe. Yeah.
So while we're on the subject, just real quick, I'm gonna I'm gonna change gears real quick.
Okay.
You've worked. I've known you through Ruth Chris. I've known you. How many different chains have you?
How many jobs have I worked for?
No.
Yeah.
It's experience. It's experience.
Everybody. Yeah.
Okay. So what was your favorite out of everything you've done? Obviously now is your favorite, but for experience wise, growing through the whole process, what was your favorite place that you worked?
I think I've been blessed to work for some really good companies. I got my start at Bennigan's.
I love Bennigan's.
Yeah, back when Bennigan's was the king.
Man, they were rolling, weren't they?
Yeah, they were rolling, and I was with them for 8 years. I really grew up with Bennigan's, and then from there went to Rainforest Cafe. When they were hot, they were Nation's News hot concept 2 years in a row.
Right.
Well, I think I came on in the third year, and things were starting to
dwindle.
Yeah, they're like, the newness is off, and a hamburger back then shouldn't cost $18.
Yeah, right.
So, kind of rode that roller coaster. I moved out to California with them. I was with them for about 4 years.
That was an experience because those things take a massive amount. All those mechanics, everything in those things. That's a massive amount of. How do you monitor all that? Do you have somebody that just does the?
Well, I had 11 salaried managers at my location.
Wow, that's a lot.
I had a full-time salaried facilities manager, a curator that took care of the animals because back then we had parrots and all the fish, and then a full back of the house culinary team because the kitchen, it was scratch kitchen, and I imagine it still is. But it was one of my favorite themed concepts. It was it was just impressive.
The one in Grapevine Mills, every time I go by, it's still packed. I mean, every time you go by it, they got lines at the door.
Yeah, when we opened that one was on a 4-hour wait, basically from open to close.
And they wait.
Yeah, and you wait, and you didn't wait, and you didn't eat there.
Yeah.
People would come in, put their name on the list, go to a movie.
Yeah.
So it's just a great concept.
I'd eat at the bar.
Yeah, I'm right. You could just walk. Yeah, if you could get a seat, you could eat at the bar. Yeah, you remember that. That was the secret.
So that was a fun concept, and they're still going around. Yeah. But I know they're in real high traffic areas.
Right. Landry's owns them now, and they're doing well.
And you did Ruth Chris, which I love. I've always loved Ruth Chris.
Right. And then before Ruth's Chris, though, I went to Texas Roadhouse. I was with them almost 5 years.
Did they file bankruptcy
as a managing
recently?
partner? Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, they're doing well. They're over 500 locations now. So
that's awesome.
And then from there, I got a call from a company that I always wanted. When I knew that I was destined for the restaurant business, that means you ain't getting out, right? Was Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Okay.
We used to eat there, as a kid for birthdays and special occasions.
Well, I've always loved it.
So when I got in the restaurant business at Bennigan's, and I thought, one day I want to work for that company. I was always so impressed with them. And one day I got a call from a recruiter and said, hey, they're looking. And I thought, well, I'm not qualified to work there. And met with somebody, and they liked my experience, and I just fell in love with the place, and the culture, and it was Ruth Fertel,
sure,
that whole story of how she started it and where the name came from, and authenticity,
right.
And so
she was tough.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she would cut the steaks. The story is she would cut the steaks at the counter.
Yeah, when
people would come in, so they'd see her working so hard and feel sorry for her, and it took off. And,
but she had all female staff too, if I remember the story correct, right? When
she had a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then now it's just grown. It's just been crazy.
Yeah.
And you also did barbecue.
I did a little stint with barbecue, and then somebody else called me. I got to stop answering the phone, is what it is. And that was Donnie, Donnie Nelson.
Yeah.
I knew somebody that works with him and managing his, his other businesses, and said they needed help with a restaurant. And so, of course, I said, sure, let's go have lunch. And that was when I didn't know who Donnie was.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there talking, and I knew he was Donnie, and I knew, Mickey, my friend that I'd known forever. And finally, I have to ask Donnie Nelson what he does for a living. And then, of course, I'm an idiot. And so anyway, but just an awesome family with Heart 8, just family owned still, started in Stephenville, Texas.
Their restaurants are so
people.
big.
Yeah, huge restaurants, high volume. But, just do it very well.
Yeah.
Do it very well. So.
They do. And see, but all that is experience for you.
Yeah, it was.
You can't get that experience in school or books or anything.
Yeah, you really can. I've worked for some completely different concepts, but always wanted to be, aligned with something that was authentic, something that, not just a chain, because I've worked for chains, but people that knew what they were doing, that were proud of what they were doing.
I don't know. I still think the hardest thing to beat is that Monte Cristo from Bennigan's.
Oh my gosh,
they made it right, didn't they?
I still know the recipe for that if you want it. We made so many thousands of those things.
That was one of Janice's all-time favorites too.
Yeah.
Now they tried to make a comeback, but they didn't. Did they make it?
Well, they did. They're coming back through franchise. Paul is their owner now, and has taken them back with franchise. I don't know how many restaurants they've got now, but they've come back with franchise, and
same menu
I hear
stuff?
doing pretty well. Yeah, better menu, back to scratch kitchen, incredible bar program. So,
yeah, they always were good at that.
Yeah.
So back to
had a lot of fun working there.
Now that I took you off on that track, we're going to switch back to this track.
All right.
We're going to switch back to Shuck Me.
Yep.
So we're on the menu. We're talking about appetizers. So now let's go down. Let's talk about some of the other things y'all have at Shuck Me. I know you have oysters.
Oh yeah, we've got Gulf and Blue Points.
Yeah. Yep. Gulf, Blue Points. So which one?
Gulf and Blue Points.
Which one sells the best?
Gulf.
Okay.
Of course, they're a little bigger, but oyster folks that love oysters, Blue Points are the best.
It's funny because there's so many different brands of oysters and every one of them has a different flavor. Like if you go to an oyster store where they have different all kinds of different ones.
Right.
Even Bonnell has had a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing different flavor profiles they have.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that, but
no, it's crazy. It's water, I guess, environment, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So oysters. So then y'all have got you got all kinds of other entrees.
Well, we've got any kind of fish you can imagine. Grouper and snapper and catfish, tilapia. You can get them grilled or fried. Everything comes with 2 sides. There's not, that's an extra charge for this or that's an extra charge for that. If you want 2 sides that don't come with it, that's fine. Just tell us which 2 you want.
Yeah.
So
makes choices easy.
Yeah.
Stress free.
Exactly.
Now, is it hard sourcing all the fish naudays at this current time?
It's not for me, but for our vendors, they're really struggling right now. We use Benny Keith primarily, Fruget Seafood Supply, all the big ones local to try and keep, the supply that we need. So, and so far we've been pretty lucky. We haven't had any outages really. Prices have gone. Yeah, everybody knows that prices have gone up, but we're not raising prices.
You're not. You're just sucking up the pricing issues.
We're sucking up the prices. We're looking at ways to be more efficient.
Because I guess you can't raise the price every week. Because if you do,
you can't. Yeah, you just really can't. There may come a point where we need to on some items, but
is there anything market value at your place?
What's that?
Is there anything priced based on the market value of a dish?
No. Okay. No. Okay. No, even the snow crab legs, which were really tough to get, size-wise, we ended up switching to keep the price the same. We switched to a slightly smaller cluster just to make sure that our price point didn't change.
And were those popular?
Oh, yeah.
What is the most, when you have lobster or crab, what's more popular with people? Are they the same?
Well, we don't have like live Maine lobsters and lobster tails and things, but our crab legs are definitely popular. Yeah. And in the pot, we'll do them with shrimp and potatoes and sausage and, a boil.
Yeah.
By the pound. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those red potatoes.
Yeah. I saw mud bugs, didn't I?
We do. Yeah. We go through quite a few sacks of mud bugs when they're in season.
Yeah. How long do y'all run those? But just when the season's over?
Yeah, right through season. We ran it a little bit longer this year because we had so many people calling. But during crawfish season, if you go too long, they get too big and they're just they're not the same.
Crawfish blew up in the last 10 years. Why do you think? Do you advertise social media? Maybe I don't know. I can't figure it out.
I don't know. I mean, we'll have people start calling probably in February, wanting to know when we're getting them. And February is a little early, but you can still get them.
Yeah.
But they're just real small. Yeah. But then as the season goes on, they get bigger and bigger, and then they, there's a size of lobsters. That's not a crawfish.
No, it's not. No, it's not going to taste like one either.
Exactly.
It's going to be, and it's tougher, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you gotta limit the season.
Sure. What 3 months?
We can go 4. We can go 4 months, 5 months maybe.
Now I know.
Probably closer to 4.
4. What was that delicious? Remember, I had in the bread bowl. What was that?
Oh, that was our lobster chowder.
Oh man, that was good. And the bread bowl.
Yeah, and a sourdough bread bowl. Yeah, that's a big seller. Yeah, hope you like bread, but it is. I don't know what it does to the soup, but it makes it it makes it really
well,
good.
it's just delicious. I mean, I love the presentation, which is I put it on Instagram this morning and Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
And if y'all want to see it, y'all go to my Facebook or the Insta or the Gram today, and it's on there. But it's just I love the presentation, but of course I love bread and I love sourdough.
Right.
So
right.
the whole combination is good.
Soup, you know how you dip your bread in the soup? You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
We took care of that. We just put the soup in the bread.
Yeah, that's right. So is that a popular item for y'all?
Our lobster chowder, and I don't know what it is, that and our shrimp and grits, which we'll taste later, that is by far probably just the most amazing dishes that we've got. That lobster chowder, people will say that is the best they've ever had. So if you stop by, you got to try the lobster chowder.
And in the sourdough bread bowl.
Right, exactly.
Fresh. And get you some extra butter.
Shoot, I better text somebody to make some more sourdough bread.
Be sure you don't rip the bread all off before you get the chowder out, right? So what we're going to do is now, folks, is we're going to I want you to watch the commercial video we made for Logan's Roadhouse. It's awesome. And we're going to bring in some food from Shuck Me, and we're going to shuck it down.
Awesome.
Well, it's a commercial from Logan's. Thank you. I'll be back in a minute. Well, I'm here. When I heard Logan's had this new holiday feast that feeds 6 to 8 people, you know I'd have to come try it out. And if you follow me, you know I eat for a living. Here we are, we're picking it up to go right here at Logan's. I'm talking about a meal that feeds 6 to 8 people for $99. You got prime rib, your choice of prime rib, roasted turkey, fall off the bone ribs, succulent pork chops, grilled meatloaf, and house prepared smoked pulled pork. Comes with sides, salads, desserts. I'm telling you, folks, all at Logan's Roadhouse starts at $99. Feeds 6 to 8. Let's go check it out. Here we go. Here's picking up that holiday feast.
Yes, sir. We got it all backed up and ready for you.
Awesome. This all in?
Yes, sir. Nice and big for you. Everything's in there.
That's awesome. I can't wait to try this.
Good. I'm glad.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. When Logan's Roadhouse says a holiday feast, they mean a holiday feast. Look at this, y'all. House-made frosting, house-made peppercorn ranch, house-made croutons, butter, horsey sauce, au jus. We've got fresh ice cream, cinnamon rolls, green beans, mac and cheese, salad. They even give you, look at this, they give you tongs for all the stuff. Got apples, got brine dessert, got the beef, the prime rib. Y'all, this is crazy. I'm telling you, y'all, Logan's Roadhouse Holiday Feast. You can't go wrong. Starts at $99, 6 to 8 people. You see all the food. I'm fixing to show you what's like uncovered too. Check this out. I'm not even playing. I cannot believe the amount of food you get from Logan's Roadhouse Holiday Feast. This is crazy. Look at this. Whole thing of fresh mac and cheese. Whole thing of green beans. 2 salads, one in the back. Fresh cinnamon rolls prepared at Logan's. Fresh rolls prepared at Logan's. Look at that. Delicious Logan's prime rib. Got all the tongs and stuff. Look at this apple dessert. And then check this out, y'all. Check out that dessert. I got 12 dips of ice cream in the freezer. It just doesn't get any better than that, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Time for some sweet chow down. This is crazy. Check it out. Logan's Holiday Feast. Only at Logan's. You're going to thank me later. You say, oh, Trey, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah, baby. Logan's. Get there and get you some. Love y'all. Happy chowing on a holiday feast. I'll tell you what, every time I see that video, man, I think about us picking that thing up. I could not believe how much food it was. I was shocked. It took up my whole counter in the kitchen. I was just blown away. And it was good. That prime rib was delicious. Those sweet rolls and the mac and cheese and you can add stuff to the mac and cheese. It just comes, but it's delicious the way it is. But you can add stuff to it, which we added chives and all kinds of stuff to it. But yeah, it was delicious. So here we are. We got this awesome food here. Look at this. Can you look at that? Look at that, Bill. Look at that shrimp and grits. I can smell it.
I know. I don't think they can taste it. I
know, but I can sure smell it. I got to taste a little bit of it.
Shoot!
It looks delicious. And that shrimp looks good, too. I'm going to put a mouthful of food. Tell us about shrimp and grits.
Well, the shrimp and grits, it's a new item for us. But we'd had questions about it, people asking on the website, and I thought, you know what? We've got some of the best shrimp. We know how to make Southern grits. These are Southern cheese grits.
They're good.
And then the sauce we make for it, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. You're going to need some water. It's got a little spice to it. But yeah, we added that to the menu, and then we added a shrimp scampi Alfredo pasta to the menu, and it is slap your mama good. It is.
Those shrimp, and you brought them in the restaurant, are cooked perfectly.
Yeah,
some shrimp are real tough. Even no matter where you get them, they're tender, they're really really nice. And those grits are good.
Aren't they good? Yeah,
delicious. So I want to hear the story about this because
no, I didn't. I meant to give Maggie a heads up that I was going to dish about how this recipe came to be, but this is Maggie's famous banana pudding, and you know Maggie from Roots.
Yeah.
Every holiday occasion, every birthday, Maggie would bring these 2 pans of the best banana pudding you'd ever had in your life.
Right.
And so when I got to Shuck Me, we didn't have banana pudding, and I grew up on banana pudding. It's one of my favorites from the South, and so I called Maggie and I said, "Hey, Maggie, I haven't talked to you in a while. I need that recipe for your banana pudding." And she says, "I'm not giving you that recipe that's my grandmother's recipe." And I said, "Well, Maggie, you're going to give me that recipe because here's what I'm going to do. I'm already putting it on the menu boards. It's in the to-go menu already. It says Maggie's famous banana pudding."
Right.
And so if it's not any good, I'm going to tell them where it came from. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you would do that." And I said, "You know I would." So what do you at least tell me what goes in it? I'll figure out. And so combination of my recipe, my grandmother's recipe, and what Maggie told me as best she can, I think we got the best banana pudding on the planet.
It's delicious.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Maggie.
It is savory. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
Yeah.
Lots of flavor, boy.
I know it is a little spicy, isn't it, too?
Went down the wrong side. It's good.
And then
tell them about the dish, too.
Oh, yeah. So of course, you notice the dishes don't match. But, when you open a restaurant, there ain't a lot of money.
Right.
And so you get the dishes wherever you can. So we came up with this idea of getting dishes from Goodwill, and intentionally nothing matches. One, it's part of our concept. It's authentic. Sure. And so you may come in for dinner and you may be eating off Granny's dishes. You just never know. But probably the main reason is because when you buy from Goodwill, the money goes back into the community.
Right.
They support local folks with job programs. And the money stays in the community. So we just thought it was a cool way to, rather than buy the dishes from China, right? All the plates are made in China now.
Right, that's right, yeah.
We use local. And
is that all the restaurants?
Yeah, all the restaurants.
Even the new ones?
Yep, all the restaurants. We've got all the plates, and we'll go out of there with shopping carts full of dishes, and people look at you like, "How many people are you feeding?" And
that's
so
awesome,
usually,
though.
yeah.
See, I would never have got that from you, even if I eat with you at one of your restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff's always going on. People come talk to you, or you got to do something, or you've got up and gone to the back 2 or 3 times. So it's very hard to get the full story unless they're sitting in that chair right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I love this. Love this show. So what are the desserts that y'all have besides banana pudding?
So we've got a brownie sundae. That's a homemade brownie with ice cream and sauce and caramel sauce, and it's delicious. Beignets are probably one of our biggest sellers.
I didn't know you had beignets.
We
there.
have beignets. Yeah, we didn't bring any out when you came in, did we?
No, you
Darn
didn't.
it. Sorry.
That's all right. I
We
couldn't
probably
eat-
brought the banana pudding.
No, I had that brownie dessert that time.
Oh, the brownie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. It was very good.
So yeah, we've got beignets with powdered sugar and honey. Those are really popular. A key lime pie. That's really good. But the story behind the banana pudding
that
is my
beats it all,
favorite.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get whatever bowl you get.
Yeah.
We've got Christmas dishes right now year round. We've got whatever. I went to the thrift store for the Austin restaurant, and we all kind of chip in, and everybody's now. we know where every thrift store is, every Goodwill in
That's
town.
good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what is your favorite dish at Shuck Me? Like for on the entree side, what's your favorite dish?
Well, I ate that shrimp and grits until it was coming out of my ears. So I'd say probably that and the Alfredo pasta. But if you're looking for fried catfish, though, you just can't.
Yeah.
I'll grab a few pieces and some fries and hush puppies, or shuck puppies as we call them. And scarf those.
It's
down.
hard to beat. It's hard to beat that though. And
Yeah.
hush puppies. I love hush puppies. I started eating those things back when Bill Martin's was around.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Bill Martin's?
No,
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't remember.
Bill Martin's. He was just the hush puppy king, the catfish king here
Yeah.
for a long time, and
Yeah.
I just absolutely love hush
Yeah.
puppies with butter. Just
Yeah.
a lot of people use
Melted
butter
butter.
with. Yeah. Do they?
Dip them in butter. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we make our own tartar sauce, homemade, and cocktail sauce also. So,
That's just
which
awesome.
many places don't do.
No, they don't.
So.
It's hard to find that, isn't it?
Oh, we go through buckets of it, buckets and buckets.
It makes a big difference though.
Yeah, it really does.
When you go to and stuff's in a container, it just doesn't taste the same.
Yeah, some of the salad, like we make all our salad dressings, pretty much everything is made from scratch in our kitchen. So, and you can tell when ranch dressing is store-bought versus homemade.
I can tell like that.
Yeah.
Blue cheese, any of it.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell.
And you know what's funny is it really in today's times, even a fast casual restaurant, if they want to be successful, you got to make that stuff in house. I mean, I know some of them don't, but I can just tell, and I think the customer can tell. I mean, I think it's a big deal.
Yeah, they can. And our restaurants, people don't think of it as fast casual, but it really is. You go through the line, you order, you get your pager, you get your beer. You can get beer and margaritas in Southlake at the counter, or we've got a full bar in the back. It's kind of the best kept secret in Southlake.
Yeah, it is in the back there.
Yeah, it's in the way back. Yep.
And because I was there for a long time, and then when we start ordering, you said, "Oh, we got a bar in back." I jumped up because I didn't see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. So what is the y'all have any house drinks there, cocktails that's popular?
We brought my old fashioned recipe, which is homemade pecan syrup. We brought that one on when I came on board because I do love a good old fashioned. I must have got that from my days at Ruth's Chris.
Yeah.
But
so what's in the old fashioned there?
Oh, whiskey or bourbon, whichever you like, and then a couple dashes of bitters. We use orange bitters, gives it kind of that orange flavor, and we put a little triple sec in ours. It dilutes it a little bit because old fashions are kind of like mint juleps, right? You think, oh, this is going to be this fruity light drink. It's bourbon and crushed ice.
Yeah.
And so we add a little bit of triple sec to the old fashioned, and then the pecan syrup. It just makes the difference. Homemade.
That's you make your pecan syrup's homemade too.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's awesome. So y'all, you're if so much stuff is made from scratch in the kitchen, your kitchen guys must get there quite a bit early to start the day. Y'all open up at 11, right?
We open at 11 for lunch and dinner. Close at 9, and then 10 on the weekends. But yeah, the prep crew's going full all nonstop, morning, noon, and night.
That's crazy. Hush puppies have to keep going all the time. I mean, it just.
Yeah, we've got a guy that makes those hush puppies. He'll make a big bowl of them, and he'll, they're fried.
Yeah.
And so he'll scoop them off in the fryer. His hand is moving so fast. And me, it takes me. I'm like, scoop. And, they're like, get me off the line. If I'm on the line, somebody's in trouble.
Something's
trouble. wrong.
That's funny.
Yeah, you don't want to eat the food if I'm on the line.
That's funny, isn't it? And you also have live music.
Yeah.
Now, is that just in Southlake?
No, they all have live music
All
on
have live
Friday
music.
and Saturdays.
Okay, and this can be that way in Austin and in Denton.
Yep.
Where's the one in Denton going to be?
Denton is at 311 North Elm. It's a block off the square. You can see the courthouse
Okay.
from our front door.
So we were just up there. We just did review on the 2-story burger place there.
LSA.
Yeah, I like it. It was a great burger, great service,
I know
great
those
burger.
folks. Great place.
Man, great people. Yeah.
Yep.
So where are you from there?
We're probably a walk. Go down to the corner, take a right on Elm, and then you'll run right into us. So
That place is hopping. When I was up there, I couldn't believe it. It was busy as it was.
yeah, Denton is all the roads are getting fixed at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So around the square, but Elm is already done. So we were lucky. The construction it'll be wide open by the time we get open, but we're hoping to get that one open in maybe say January, February.
Because you're going to do Austin and then you're going to do Denton.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
I
Isn't
know. It's going to be. It's never a dull moment.
it? So as you being in the restaurant business, you know, basically all your life, forever.
Mm-hmm.
What's been the hardest thing for you to overcome on an operational basis for you?
You know, I think, gosh, it's got to be COVID. You know, of course, the staffing challenges.
Sure.
Although now we don't have as big a problem with staffing if you create a place that's fun for the guests and the employees.
Yeah.
You don't go through employees like most restaurants. So, you know, with this company, I finally get to, you know, create a culture that it's fun to be here. We're not overbearing. We don't micromanage. We've got a great product. We treat the employees well, and they'll treat the guests very well.
I think you hit the nail on the head when you said a fun environment for guests and for team members.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah.
And if you can find that that niche and that culture and keep it that way, then it makes it more fun for people to work.
Yeah. If you feel beat down every day you go to work, because restaurants they're tough right now.
Oh man.
And so I get it. For owners right now, I'll tell you, it is it's a challenge.
Yeah.
You know, if something breaks, can you get it fixed? Can you get somebody to come fix it?
Can you get the parts?
Can you get the parts? I had to drive to Houston to find panels for a walk-in cooler, but I found them.
You found them.
And I ain't telling you where they came from.
That's called determination, Bill.
Yeah, you know, you got to make it happen. So that's probably been the biggest challenge I think of. And of course, it waited till my last gig to make it a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then to try and open 2, like we're pretty lucky. We found staff in Austin. We're ready to go. We took over an existing location, so we had a lot of equipment already there.
Which is good.
But we had to drive all over town and all over Texas getting the last few coolers for the bar.
Did they close during COVID, the last restaurant?
Yeah, it didn't make it. So
250,000 restaurants have closed during that time. By the way, Ron, speaking of, we're gonna play this real quick. Y'all watch this video. We'll be right back. And deliciousness. The restaurant and service industry is in big trouble due to COVID-19, and they could really use your help. While restaurants and service operations may look normal, they are far from normal. So many restaurants, food trucks, burger spots, barbecue joints, bars, and taverns are literally going broke by the hour and might get worse. So I'm asking everyone to help out the simplest way they can, and that is to please buy and shop local. Whether you're dining in, taking out, or get delivery, you are helping out your local businesses tremendously. Mom and pop owners, chefs, restaurants, and all of our service folks will be so very thankful that you're helping in this difficult time. Oh, and be generous on the gratuity when possible. Thank you so much, and thanks for supporting local. Yeah, it's just so, restaurants are just like we talked about, just getting beat up. And me, I'm not a negative guy, but it's not negativity, it's just reality.
Right.
Is what it is.
Right.
And it's still, there's some restaurants that I still see them all day long. I see stuff come on across social media. I saw a sign come across social media, and I read it. I was like, whoa, well, that's got to be a joke. I went back, because sometimes you scroll real fast. I've got to go through lots of content every day because I'm always looking for restaurant stuff in 5 different states. So I'm looking at it, and I saw this sign. I'm like, I scrolled back up. I thought it was a funny deal.
What was it?
It wasn't. It was a sign of a restaurant put on the door. It said, "We only have one chef and 2 people in the front of the house. Nobody, one chef and then 2 people in the front of the house. If you've got a problem, deal with it or don't come in." It's basically what it said. They were just they were being real honest. And I saw another sign where they put a thing up on Dunkin' Donuts, and it said, We're patiently trying to get you served. If you run out of patience, give us an application.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it was
like
just,
that. Yeah.
it's just difficult.
We've been lucky. We haven't had any issues of guests, acting up. I think people realize, for the most part, that it's a challenge. I mean, but on the other side, we talk to our teams that, listen, we're charging the same thing we did before.
Yeah.
So we can't give less service. We might have less people, but we got to really turn up the charm, be a little more friendly, be a little more accommodating. Hey, no problem. No, and a little more than normal.
I also too think that it's also geographical location at this point in time. Is your restaurant around a massive amount of people? Is it not? Is there a massive pool to pull from employees? And in some of the high dollar areas, there's not.
Right.
I mean, so it's so you've haven't had any real customer issues, which is good.
No, not at all. We really haven't. We're in good areas. We're a casual, fun place, and hopefully people, a little relieved when they come in the door and start looking at all the pictures and smell the catfish and the shrimp and grits cooking, and
I can still smell it right now. I was just going to say, man, it's just killing me sitting here. It just smells delicious.
I'm going back to the restaurant after. That's what I'm having for lunch today.
I'm taking that home.
Yeah, I left some in the cooler.
Did you? Yeah. So in your opinion, how long do you think it's going to take for COVID to be over with? What's your thoughts, Bill? Another year?
Well, I think it's going to be with us for a while, for more than a year. But I think the way that people have learned to deal with it, we've probably all known and lost a lot of people to COVID.
Yeah.
But I think it's just being more careful. But the restaurants, as far as the social distancing and all of that, is back to normal.
Yeah.
And so now, but you still have, my wife's parents aren't really comfortable yet going out.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that way.
Right. That are still kind of holding back. And so I think that's probably another year. But I think we're figuring it out. We're doing a lot more to-go business. We're doing a lot more. We do curbside pickup.
Yeah.
So you place an order, give us a call when you get here, and we'll run it out to the car, put it in the trunk for you if you'd like. So we kept some of those elements of that to-go model that we had to switch to before.
Yeah, I told everybody when this thing started back before the restaurants when they were all shut down. I told everybody this, and I stand by this, and it's still true today. If you were a restaurant that could switch and do to-go, you could pivot. I just hate hearing. I hear that damn word so much now. I'm sick of hearing it. Yeah. So if you were a restaurant and you could change or pivot, right, and make it work, keep it efficient, and keep your customers happy and the food good. But when the lights got turned back on in the dining room, you could still keep the to-go and the dining room seating and not have them interfere with each other's business. Right. Then you're gonna you've picked it. You're gonna pick up revenue in the long run. But a lot of restaurants can't do that. They can't do both. Yeah. The restaurants that are successful have set up double lines, have set up lines for to-go, and they're still humming on to-go, because there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to go to restaurants for a long time, or maybe never. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just going to take some more time, but sales have come back strong. Yeah. I mean, we're up. Of course, we're up over last year because everybody's. Hopefully, if you ain't up right now, but way up. And our Broken Bow restaurant actually had its best year during COVID. Yeah, because people weren't flying. Right. So they were like, "Oh my gosh, we got to get it out of this house. What do we do?" So they'd sneak the whole family of 6, 8, 10 people up to Broken Bow and hide out in a cabin. Yeah. And families, that's your family. You're with them there. You might as well go hang out with them in Broken Bow. And so we had a great year.
Was Broken Bow closed for just a short amount of time?
During COVID? Just a little bit, because I think we were trying to figure out the to-go, and I don't remember what the mandates were for Oklahoma.
It wasn't, because this same was the ones in Clarksville and Idabel. It wasn't much. Yeah. But they also, too, they didn't have near as the trouble up there. I mean, and I think it's because everybody, they work on ranches, they work outside, social distancing. Right. But also, too, the media wasn't beating them to death up there. The media really beats it, and they're still beating it. So it's hard.
Yeah, and it's not so densely populated up there. No. So, but it's beautiful. If you haven't been, you got to go check it out. Yeah,
man, I'm telling you. So you can still get all your fish, everything you all your local sourcing. It just is there. So you've been out of nothing.
We've been out of nothing.
Oh, so you've been good then.
Yeah. No, that's not true. We ran out of the lobster meat for the chowder for a while, and I thought people were going to lose their minds. So we were running all over town trying to find it. And then
you can't just go source lobster, Bill.
No, not the kind that we use. You know, the small lobster. You know, and we dice it up for the lobster chowder. And so we learned our lesson on that. I was like, put a couple extra cases, aside for us, please.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to ask you one. What is these are personal questions that I like to ask people about the restaurant business. One, what has been the hardest thing for you in the restaurant business personally? What's been the hardest thing for you?
Of course, aside from COVID, I think it's just the long hours and being, growing up in this business and having two kids that kind of grew up with me in the business. I never let them work in a restaurant.
You didn't?
No. Nope. Wasn't doing it.
My dad had the whole family working in restaurants.
Right. Y'all did Dairy Queens, though, all of them, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we did all kinds of restaurants, but that was our As we transitioned in from the 70s and 80s, and we started doing the major portfolio was Dairy Queens. Yeah, we had Church's Fried Chickens, Taco Bell, Taco Plazas, some things like that. But and then a couple of five-star with bars and stuff like that. But
full serve places.
So what has been your most fun thing about the restaurant business?
I think the part that I like best is the people side of the business, I want to have fun. Yeah. And so I love seeing, and it may not even be the current who I'm working for. I love going into a restaurant, and I've got a couple of stories of where I walked in. One restaurant I walked in, and I was making the rounds of the dining room, and I look over in the bar area, and I see this guy sitting there, and of course I'm like, he looks familiar. He probably worked for me at some restaurant. And I make my way back around, and I'm coming back the other way, and the girl he's sitting with looks familiar. And so I just walk up to the table, and I'm like, who are you two, and why are you sitting together? And they both at the same time, one of them was a server from Bennigan's. Another was the hostess at Rainforest Cafe. They're married and have 3 kids.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
But that's awesome.
And they both at the same time were like, Bill, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. And then they look at each other and like, how do you know Bill? How do you know Bill? Well, I worked for him here.
They didn't know that you knew.
They didn't know that they see what I do. I bring people together.
Yeah, that's what you do.
So that's what I like.
And you have make people have babies.
I know. I didn't have any part of that.
No, what do you think? What were they doing now?
Well, he's in the food business. Okay. He's an area manager for a restaurant company locally. Awesome. And I don't remember what she did, what she's doing, but I remember at Ruth's, making my way around the dining room, and I'm like, that guy looks familiar. So I go up and I'm like, who are you, and why do you look familiar? Because I knew it was a restaurant, somebody. Yeah. And he's like, Bill, oh my gosh, you hired me when I was 16 at Bennigan's as a busboy.
Oh my gosh, that's
and now
crazy.
He's in his 40s.
Oh, wow.
He was there for like his 40th birthday.
Isn't that crazy?
Or I don't know, celebrating some big birthday.
Yeah.
I think it was 40, and he was 16 or 17. And I thought, oh my God, I'm old.
So, well, you've touched a lot of life, but in the restaurant business, you do that.
Part. Yeah. I think that's the cool part is, some people this business isn't for, but if it's for you, go for it.
I think if you're in it, once you decide to do it, you need to be all in, and you need to open up, and you need to do it. That's the only way to be successful at it.
Yeah.
You can't, if you don't like doing it, you shouldn't be doing it. But people do it for money, but it makes it miserable.
It's a people business. It really is. It's not about, you'll make money if you're taking care of your people.
Yeah.
And so many companies don't understand that.
I know. People too, as in customers and team members, both of them, and managers.
Right.
Big thing. Okay, so Shuck Me social media, what is it?
Shuck Me social media, what is it?
Yeah, the handles, is it just all the platforms, just Shuck Me?
Yeah, each location's got their own Facebook page.
That's right.
Instagram, shuckme.net. Yeah. Not .com, shuckme.net.
I learned that today.
Is our website. Yeah, I don't know who's got that. Somebody bought it and we ain't paying for it. So we just shuckme.net.
Yeah. That's all right, though.
We like to be different.
Well, if you just Google Shuck Me, it's going to come up anyway.
Right.
That's what I did
it'll come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Months ago when you agreed to do the show, and I did that.
Our posts, I like to focus on food, but with people in the pictures, not just, we're not just a food place.
No, your personality.
There's always better food, or there's always better, but I don't think there's a better combination
Right.
of what we do: food, service,
Right.
music, the environment. It's just a cool place. It just
Nothing
feels
goes
good.
nothing goes better with food than
Yeah.
great story,
Right.
friends,
Right.
and environment. You
Right.
know, that's just what I've
Right.
always said. It's
Yeah.
important.
And our restaurants don't, they use a lot of the same elements, but
Yeah.
they're all in different buildings.
Right.
We don't have a footprint, a common. Every
Yep.
building is something different. One's a metal building that Southlake, Texas, let us build, if you can believe that. They didn't make it easy.
No, they
If
didn't.
you talk to Roger, they did not make it easy.
Oh,
And then the one in Austin is a big brick, looks like a bank.
yeah.
And so I got out there on a scaffold and painted those awnings blue. And
It's about what's on the inside, like us, right?
Right.
Bill, thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. Had a great
Shuck
time.
Me. Look for it in Austin. Look for it in Denton and Southlake. It's already there.
Alliance.
is there. And
Broken Bow.
Broken Bow is there.
Yep.
Look for that. Find us, TreyChowdown.com. We're on all social media. Hit us up. Follow us. Like our pages. We're on TikTok now. We're doing TikTok. Get us on TikTok. See y'all next week. Same time, same bat channel. Thanks for watching.